So developing a business was probably one of the most stressful portions of my life, just starting it. And a lot of times, what happens is that you are not necessarily sharing that information with anybody. I'm not telling anybody the things that are going in my mind, or I'm not showcasing the stress that is happening from doing this. And it kind of builds on you, right? Now, I'm not 100% sure if I'm taking this out on anybody personally. I know at the time I'm really into my own mindset and really just trying to develop whatever I have to develop to get this to move and go in the right direction. To me, in my mind, I have a lot of people depending on the success of this business. And I'm really trying to make people very happy and just in life and the lifestyle in general. Because, like I said, you have family that you want to make sure you see them happy and you want to actually make successful in the future. So, what happens to me, I think, is like I said, if success doesn't come, I think I said this on the last one, but people start to doubt the process. And when people doubt the process, I think myself, I start to doubt myself as well. And like I said, I think with doubt and with fear and, stress and all these different variables come in. I don't know. Like I said, I try to keep myself pretty positive. I kind of like try to see the bigger future in the beginning, but it might weigh on me personally in the future. And trying to create the business, you see the business where you want to see it at the end and not necessarily where it is at the moment. And I started creating like merchandise, because everybody does t-shirts and everybody has a hoodie. Everybody's got hats and these different merchandise. It seems to be like the go-to for somebody that is making a business, like especially in artist world, like, musician is always going to be like, hey, buy my merch or buy my this or buy my that, the hoodies and shirts, whatever, because everybody wants to sell t-shirts or whatever to get some revenue coming in. And I'm no different, I saw t-shirts as a viable way of creating some kind of revenue stream for the business. I thought my idea was the ultimate t-shirt idea, of course, right? The funny thing about that is I started doing t-shirts and I was going to sell just 25 t-shirts and make them limited, super rare, which is not going to be a good business model. Nobody is going to purchase a t-shirt when they don't know the brand at all. Like, it's Chaotic Styles is dope. I thought the idea behind having the artist draw all the designs and video and that was going to be a cool process and people were going to want to buy it that way, but it's not going to keep the business in line, right? And for the other thing, like I said, I've already did the album. We're already doing the movies and the film, and now merch, we're adding a whole nother animal to this process, which is probably not the best thing to do at the time. So we're using utilities and energy, and we're taking a lot of creative things that need to happen to make this happen. And my idea with merchandising, which would be different from everybody else's, what I thought it was that what we would do is we would find the artist that's going to design a t-shirt or a hoodie or whatever we're going to get it done, and we're going to video this process of them from beginning to end, and them drawing it, then putting it out. We're going to put some music on top of it. At the time was the Wrath of Khan's album, which we didn't actually release, but it was a Wrath of Khan's album, and we're going to kind of like interact or interlay this album with the video with the t-shirt sales. So each t-shirt, we're going to do 10 t-shirts, 10 songs, and we're going to try to utilize that as a, kind of a new creative space as far as kind of getting the digital marketing out there, YouTube and, Instagram and all that stuff. We're going to put those little clips up, which it did become a cool little process, a cool video. But now you're putting in resources into creating an album, paying the artist to do the designs, getting the YouTube videos cut. Like, so, and I'm only going to sell 25 of these shirts. Remember, I think I said that. So we're never going to make our money back ever on this whole process. And not for nothing, everybody is selling merch. Like, you're competing with everybody that's selling merch. Everybody's got a t-shirt. Everybody's got a buy this shirt or a do that type of hoodie or whatever. So you're competing with a lot of people. But in my mind, especially because, we're human, I think a lot of times we don't think we can fail, this is what this is, kind of a failure story. You're like, I can't fail. This is a great idea. Nobody is doing the designs. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's putting that on YouTube. Nobody's wrapping this shirt with the album that's going to be sold, the Wrath of Khan's album, whatever. And you think this idea is going to work. I thought it was going to be great. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was some pretty cool video and a pretty cool concept. Even looking back on it, it's still one of my favorite concepts to do it. But in creating the business, it wasn't probably the most feasible way to do anything. And especially, people are depending on you and, you're just going off ideas and maybe not a plan. I think that's kind of a bad decision. So what I notice is that, like I said, if things don't happen in a fair amount of time, then people start to lose, I guess, hope, or they kind of doubt you a little bit. And once people start doubting you, I try to keep my mind in a positive way, but I started doubting myself, right? It's like, well, I don't really know if what I'm doing is correct. I think I got the right idea and I think I'm on the right path, but so many businesses fail because people are always trying to make money and not really trying to invest the time into the person that they're trying to, kind of come into the business or whatever. And as I'm doubting myself, you're putting on a good face, right? You're looking, hey, no, this is that. You're telling your family, nope, well, this is going to be the project. Let's stick a little bit longer. Let's make this thing, we just got to hold on a little bit more. And then, everything will come in and everything will be good to go. And there's personal things happening in the family. There's, personal things happening in the business. And me, just personally, I'm not really telling anybody anything of what's going on. I'm just keeping it all in because that's just how I do things. Even on the ups and downs, I just bury it. It's like, man, I'm just going to bury it and just kind of work through it and grind through it. But the thing about people that are like failing are people that doubt you in the future. And you start doubting yourself, is it weighs on you in general. And maybe, I don't know, like I said, it comes across in a different way to people. So maybe the people that are around you who maybe want to support you, want to stop supporting you. Maybe you're being a little bit more mean at sometimes, or maybe you are being moody, maybe you're being quiet, because you don't really know how to express the failure that's happening in real time. And it probably affects and weighs on other people as well. And like I said, doing the merchandising and trying to figure out this way to bring in some money into the business, and the stress that's coming on from, like I said, you're not really having the money and the bills are still coming in and you have people relying on you. It causes a rift in things. And you're already feeling a way about how everything is going out anyway, right? Everything's kind of rolling itself out. You're feeling a way about that. And then as things start to split and separate, it like creates even more of a detriment to you. Like, now you're trying to fix other things. You're chasing your tail. You're trying to fix this. You're trying to fix the other rift that's happening. You're trying to keep other people happy. You're trying to keep yourself happy. You have personal family things that are going on. And, as positive as you want to be, internally, you're not positive at all. You're doubting everything. You think it's going to be a failure. You put a lot of time and effort in that. You don't want to, concede to the fact that this might fail and you wasted like I said, the time, the money, and the energy into it. You don't want to concede to that. You want to say, nope, whatever we're going to do, we're going to ride through. But ultimately, that's what's happening. You are failing, you are losing time, you're losing money. The people around you are probably seeing that. And they jump ship, man. They're like, yo, I got to get out of here because you as a CEO or a person that's around doesn't see that, because you're really trying to build it. And a lot of businesses take a long time to develop before they become profitable. Like a lot of businesses lose money in years, decades before they become profitable. And I don't think I'm necessarily like, say, you're upset at that. People have to do what they have to do in their life. They're gonna have to, move how they want to move, whatever. But it definitely weighs on you in the process. So when you're developing building, it's something that definitely weighs on you, and I think hinders you in the process as well. And like I said, that's was one of the things that helped lead to me losing a lot.